Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to At Home with GSM. It is just a solo episode with me today, as Liv unfortunately isn't feeling very well. I hope that's okay with you all. I don't think it's ever happened where it's just been a Jamie solo episode. But yeah, unfortunately, last week we were both quite poorly, so that's why there wasn't a video last week. And this video is going to be a little bit shorter, probably around 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, because it is just me. And we did the really long two-parter a couple of weeks ago. Um, yeah, so I think today I just kind of wanted to talk about the rise of short form content and is our attention span doomed? I know that a few weeks ago we talked about maybe like a month ago now, we talked about kind of the history of short form content, so things like Vine, then Musical.ly, and then finally TikTok. But then I also wanted to expand on that and to say things like Instagram Reels is another one, and YouTube Shorts, which is what my partner personally uses. Even though I keep begging him to get TikTok so I can send him TikToks, but he won't. Um, but yeah, so that sort of thing. Um, Kind of wanted to talk about why they're so popular and kind of what it means for how we consume content. The first thing I want to talk about is kind of like the difference between TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. I think obviously everyone knows that TikToks are a lot more popular. And I think Instagram Reels, especially whenever I do go on them, and kind of like you get them on Facebook as well, um, it is just reposted TikToks that are on there. I don't really ever see some original content. And the same kind of with YouTube Shorts, although with YouTube Shorts as well, I do see a lot of like bigger YouTubers cutting down parts of their videos and putting them on YouTube Shorts. That is kind of a big thing that I've noticed. I personally use TikTok. I've used TikTok since COVID, pretty much since 2020. Um, and that's when it kind of got really popular was during 2020 because everyone was just stuck at home and short form content meant it was easier for anybody to make content and kind of anyone to become famous from that in some sense. Um, so like say for example, George Clark, I know I spoke about him when we did the video a couple of weeks ago. He started making videos just on TikTok of either buying reduced foods and eating them, or there was a random beep in his garage and he would make videos trying to find that. And now he's on Strictly this year. Um, he was just a normal everyday guy at university, and then TikTok happened and he's on probably one of the biggest shows in the UK, which is it's crazy. And I think a lot of other people have benefited from the rise of TikTok, from the accessibility of being able to create what other kind of media you wanted to create. Um, and it being quite easy because editing, I mean, I edit this podcast. I learned how to edit kind of when I was at university studying film and television studies. I was never that great at it. As you can probably tell, I'm not the best at editing. I can't do all the fancy stuff that a lot of TikTokers and YouTubers do, but I am learning still. But yeah, editing, things like CapCut, it's so easy to edit TikToks, Instagram Reels, or YouTube Shorts just on that on your phone. Um, so I think that's why they've become so popular. Um, but then I also kind of wanted to talk about the attention span side of short form content. So things like ADHD is, it's kind of it comes hand in hand with short form content because I know from experience with other people with ADHD, I don't personally have it myself, but their experiences, they say that short form content is easier for them to digest because it is literally 5, 10 second long clips that they can just whiz through. and it's not like they have to sit down and concentrate on something. Um, which I mean, I benefit from that way. I'm a bit awkward. I'm stuck in the middle. Like I love long form content, like hour-long YouTube videos that I have in the background while I'm doing something else. But then I also love the short form content where I can just sit on my phone in bed at night before I go to sleep, just looking at the occasional video or two. That was a lie. I sit on there for hours. Um, but oh well. Um, that sort of thing. And I think from personal experience, obviously, when I was younger, so I would say when I was about 12, kind of, I'm just gonna go for that age range, is we had YouTube, obviously that was 2012. So that was like the rise in YouTube. I was obsessed with people like Dan and Phil. Zoella was another big one. Who else? Like um Troy Sivan was another one when he used to do YouTube videos. I don't know why. Joey Graceffa, that sort of thing. Like Smosh as well. I mean, I still watch Smosh now, but they were like big name people who were making these longer videos online of just their lives that no one really, that was kind of it for us. Like we didn't have the quick quick content. We had to sit there and watch a like 15-minute long video, or I don't know, 2012, that would have been, it would have been before YouTube made it so that you had to make it like a 10-minute long video in order to get paid. But yeah, so we'd have to sit there and watch a full video. Whereas now it's, I mean, my littlest brother's generation, he's now nearly 13. He watches TikToks, he sends me reels on Instagram all the time, and he's just constantly like watching just short form content. He never sits down and watches like a long YouTube video or like a movie or a TV show anymore. It's just the short, rapid dun 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 dun, if you get what I mean. I've got a really itchy nose today. I am so sorry. But yeah, I think that kind of, and I know for a fact as well, my littlest brother, who's nearly 13, he doesn't have the attention span that me and our other brother, who's nearly 23, do. Um, we, the oldest of us three, like me and my brother, the older two, we are definitely a lot more patient. We definitely can sit there and watch a film. I mean, I studied film and television studies at university. Like, I can sit there for hours watching films and TV shows, and I do it the weekends. To be honest, I do. It's my relaxing time. Whereas my youngest brother, who is nearly 13, he cannot sit still for that long. His brain just cannot fathom it at all. And he doesn't have ADHD either, so it's not that. He just cannot sit there and watch something for so long. Um yeah, that kind of went a bit on a personal note. I think the next thing was our personal thoughts on short form content. I think I've kind of gone into that a bit. I love short form content. Don't get me wrong. If I had the confidence and an exciting life, I would be making TikToks and doing short form content. But I don't have that, so I don't. But I think I think short form content can definitely be beneficial in a lot of ways. I think I've learned a lot on TikTok and things like that from just short 5, 10 second long clips. I've learned all sorts of things. It's got to the point where I've said this before that I search things on TikTok now rather than on Google so that I've got a video explaining something to me. But that's my autism coming into play and being like, it's easier if I hear it rather than read it. If as I'm also dyslexic, so that doesn't help. Um, But that sort of thing, I think having short form content is really good, but then I also do understand it from a situation where I grew up in a time where we didn't have that. Like Vine, I remember Vine being a thing in like 2016. I'm yawning. 2016, 2017. I remember going on Vine and Musically as well when it jumped over to Musically was the next one, and making videos with my friend based on like Family Guy audios, that sort of thing. And like that didn't happen until I was about 16, 17. Um, but yeah, I think in the future, obviously, I think it's going to develop into just short form content. I don't think long form content is necessarily going to be a thing anymore. I think it is just going to be that quick succession 5-10 minute not minute 5-10 second long videos, even more now, where people just get their information from that. I don't think that I don't yeah, I think by the time like I have children and they're grown up and in their 20s like I am, I don't think they're going to have the attention span that possibly I do to sit there and watch a long video or a movie or that sort of thing. Um, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a lot shorter. I think it was a topic that without Liv, I couldn't really talk much on by myself. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. It is my birthday this week as well on Friday, so it will be I'll send this tomorrow, so it'll be the next day after this is uploaded, I think. So yeah, happy birthday, me. Um, and next week, me and Liv will be back, and I better start thinking of some things for us to talk about because I think it's gonna be my turn again. Um, but I hope you all have a great weekend and great week, and I cannot wait to see you all next week. Bye. And follow all our social medias as well, please. And thank you. Bye.